microphone? Is this gonna be an everyday thing? I think it's gonna be an everyday thing. What a treat! Anyway, hello everybody, hum jumbo habari gani. Whew! I am a little bit late and I'm sorry, but I decided that I just wanted to fucking take a shower. And I was like, I know I'm gonna be late, but I have to. It was the most unsatisfying shower, but I feel better now that I'm clean. I was real cranky yesterday when I literally had zero time. I was already late. Aw, I'm sorry, kid. Hey, Bubble Man. So, part of being late is that, I still have to eat my breakfast. Wanna be your Valentine? Sure! Happy Valentine's Day! Yes, it is also the 14th in the US. Hey, Sins. Yeah, me and Fred don't really do anything for Valentine's Day. He's like, it's too crowded to go out to eat, and meh. I would go out to eat regardless. On any given day. But he likes to try to avoid when things are crowded. But we have plans to play Destiny tonight. Apparently they have a Valentine's Day event, and there's stuff that you can collect. And he knows I like collecting, so we're gonna play Destiny. Those are our Valentine's Day plans. Hey Yer, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all are having a good day. I'm having a significantly better day, despite waking up with a migraine. But I was like, none of this nonsense, and I took 2 migraine pills. Just over the counter, nothing serious. Oh no, my tea is spilling everywhere. My owl has betrayed me. Well, I guess it was just one little puddle, but I don't have anything to clean it up. Isn't this cute? I got this little teapot in Japan, and I have the same color little blue sake cups, and also bigger white ones that I usually use for wine. So if you ever hear, oh, I had an owl of wine, it's because it's definitely a unit of measurement. Let me just go get something to clean the tea up that I spilled. I will be right back. So yeah, even though I'm a little bit late, and I wasn't feeling very well, I'm feeling better. I stayed up way too late trying to figure out what I wanted to play, and I came to the realization that most of the games I have in my to-be played list are like spooky games I'm saving for Halloween. So that significantly, that significantly takes, like, whittles down the list. And then if you take out the games that are too similar to genres that I've either spent a lot of time on in recent memory or just finished playing, that brought it down even more. I was down to like 3 games, so I was like, okay, let me look at all these games in my custom tab. My custom tab on How Long to Beat is full of games that I'm not sure I'll play even by myself. It's basically just a list of, here are the games you have on different platforms. Enjoy. The weather? Blue sky, kind of cloudy, but it's bright outside. I'm sure there's still snow on the ground. You know what amazes me? So I only streamed, including today, I streamed 4 days this week. This has felt like the longest fucking week in existence. Like last night, I was sick of Chrome's autofill not filling in my passwords, and where you usually see all your passwords wasn't showing up. So I restarted my computer, and they were there, but so were all of my bookmarks from 3 years ago. So that was annoying, and I was like, okay, let me restart my computer again. And then the passwords were missing. And it's just like, every time I restarted my computer, something else was fucking wrong. So basically, when I finally got...
Just like intercourse.
When I got intercourse. There, thank you so much for that, host. I don't know what I was about to say, but it came out host. I was lurking in your channel today. I was sad that I, unfortunately, didn't, Well, I was happy that I actually had time to even be anywhere close to one of my lovely streamer friends, but I kept like responding to you out loud because I didn't have time to type out what I was saying, unfortunately. Maybe someday. Today was not that day, but we're getting there. Yeah, of course. It was really nice, and, you know, your voice is so relaxing, and I was sitting there like talking to you. You just didn't know I was talking to you. Yeah. Yeah, I still had some stuff to get done, and stuff to prepare and whatnot. So I had a really bad migraine this morning, and I was like, I don't want to work on Bulbasaur. I don't want to do it. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? And I finally figured it out. I also needed to pick a game that I was working on doing that yesterday. Last night until like 2 in the morning. I still didn't pick anything. So this morning I had to pick. I picked Prey. And my brain is all over the place. I have no idea what I was saying before I got distracted by your presence. Which is a lovely presence, and I'm not upset that I got distracted. I have no idea. Basically, this week has been a stressful pile of shit beans. And, things are better today, but I still have a lot of work to do. And I'm gonna just finish my breakfast and we can start coloring, because that's what I decided to do today with coloring. Well, we're gonna start with coloring. And we might do some crochet, some music, we'll see. Yeah, this is definitely just chill stream. I had a wicked migraine this morning. I'm exhausted, even without the migraine. So fuck it. With my stream, I can do whatever I want. So here I am. Yer, I hope you enjoy the lurk. Thank you for being here. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a lovely time. Chocolate. Yeah, I've been, right after my stream being, like, very frantic and very focused and, like, putting out this fire and dealing with this and discussing that and, like, just focus, 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 and then finally it hits, like, 9 or 10 o'clock and I'm like, I've done all that I have the brain capacity to do. I'm gonna have a glass of fucking wine. I don't understand what these tech issues were, though. I just had, like, a billion tech issues. Even on Goodreads. So I finished, volume 2 of The Umbrella Academy, which I had never read. I'll find manly stuff to do just by watching crocheting. Actually, crocheting is not a womanly activity. There are, I know at least on Reddit, there are a bunch of brocheters. That's what they call themselves, and I'm jealous that I can't call myself a brocheter, except I'm going to. I'm a brocheter. There was a whole, there's plenty of dudes who do fiber arts. It's very relaxing for a lot of people. And it helps. I've heard that it also helps with like ADHD and that kind of thing, because you have something that your hands are doing a thing, but you still have to like sit down and like be a little calm in order to do it. George Washington Carver was a master of crochet. Oh, cool. Make little soap savers. Neat. I think that's pretty cool. Where am I? Here we are. So here we have our grumpy cat. Also, oh, right, Goodreads. So I read the other volume of The Umbrella Academy in preparation for tomorrow, because the series on Netflix is coming out. And I just wanted to put it on Goodreads that I read it. And when I took the book off of my to-read list and put it on that I was currently reading it, it didn't change the number of my to-read. It stayed at 99, and I was like, what? So I looked, and it appeared that number 51 was missing. I was like, okay, that's weird. So I spent the time to just move every book that I had from 52 to 99 up one spot. So now it's listed as numbers 1 through 98. For some reason that didn't change the number from 99 to 98, and I was like, why? Just everything tech was like, fuck you. Tetris 99. I also did this the other night instead of doing anything productive. I made colors. Ooh, also, I regret drawing this. I also did this. I colored. I did all of this the other night. I think this was last week that I did that. Anyway. Welcome back there. Yeah, it's even as someone in a relationship, it's a very normal day for me too. As I said earlier, me and Fred are just gonna play Destiny. It's an excuse to make him spend time with me. But we don't do anything like Valentine's Day-y. It's just like, you are forced to spend time with me today. Ooh, you got chocolate? Nice. Okay, what color do I want to do for what? So I was going to do this part of his face as a dark green, but then I used it on the outside of the ears here, and I was like, oops. So what would go well with this palm leaf? Or was that kiwi? That was kiwi. Maybe just straight up green? Or maybe blue. We don't have a lot of blue. Let's go with regular old blue. That's my decision. Dope headshots for 2069 hotmail.net. Oh my guy. What a spectacular human you are. Chocolate oranges. Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like orange flavored chocolate. I would rather eat a slice of orange and then eat a piece of chocolate, or eat a piece of chocolate and then drink some orange juice. You eat all that chocolate, kid. I'm going through ancient PC files and sorting them. Mega boring, but also awesome getting organized. Yes. I've been doing a lot of, like, electronic organizing. That's why I was so upset that my bookmarks, it just added a bunch of bookmarks from 3 years ago and scooted, like if I had any bookmarks that overlapped, it put them in the old spot that I had them. I was just like, oh no. So now I have to redo all of that and redo going through all of my saved passwords and taking out the ones that don't exist anymore or I don't need. It's like all this work and all of these, like that was a lot of work. It was a lot of hours. I think this is too dark actually. I'm gonna pick a lighter blue. Let's go with, this is a nice one. Blue Lagoon. It's the lightest blue that I have in this pack. Aww. The pillow fort is like the best. It is the absolute best. I would love to make an actual pillow fort. I don't know that I have enough pillows or blankets to do it though. What about actual orange dipped in chocolate? For some reason, I'm not big... this is gonna sound weird because I love fruit and I love chocolate. I don't really like fruits dipped in chocolate. The reason being is that they take on this, like they lose some sort of aspect of the fruit, or they get a little, like, overly sweet, that they lose all their tartness. It's weird, like something gets changed when they get dipped in chocolate. They get like syrupy or something, I don't know, and I don't like it. Like chocolate covered strawberries in theory delicious. In reality, I have like one and I'm like, this is not what I wanted. Are the peels okay to eat? Yeah, it's not gonna hurt you to eat them. To eat orange peels, I don't think. Like, lemon zest, which is basically just grated peel, is used in stuff. But I don't know if that would be particularly yummy. Windows updated and deleted my download folder. Oh no. When I woke up today, my trash bin was emptied. And I think I had some videos in there. Like, I was just like, well, I hope there was nothing in there that I was gonna decide I would need it later. Usually I don't put anything in there that I want to keep, but sometimes I put stuff in there and then I realize that I need it. So I don't empty it right away, unless I'm absolutely sure I don't need whatever it is, because I've already double checked. Usually it's just like VODs and shit. I also had to update Windows like a billion times. It stopped looking for updates, and therefore it stopped being updated. So that was another issue. My life was just full of tech issues yesterday. And I almost cried because I was like, I just want to relax. I don't want to do work right now. I'm done. I did my work for the day. I want to just be done. But it was not to be. What I was gonna do yesterday instead of working was cleaning the house, because that's, you know, something that I wanted to be doing. It's something that needs to get done, and I'm the only one who will do it. But I am not Mana, and it's not something that I look forward to. If I ever get rich, the first thing I'm gonna do is hire someone to fucking clean for me. Mainly because I just don't want to spend the time doing it. if I could afford to have someone just come and dust for me now, I would 100%. Like, I don't mind the other tasks so much, I don't like the amount of time that they take. But I hate dusting. Regardless of how much time it takes, I just hate it. Gummy like orange slice candies? Huh, I don't know about that. I have a half-eaten bitter chocolate bar that you're trying to eat because it's a gift. You don't have to force yourself. You know, like Fred got me Okami, but I didn't force myself to finish it just because he got it for me. You know, sometimes gifts are not perfect. But I didn't feel that bad being like, I rage quit. Because there are plenty of other games that he's gotten me that I've loved. Like Chrono Trigger. Don't at me, I will verbally at the ats out of you. Legit though, you're like the only person I know who likes cleaning, so who else am I supposed to compare myself to? At me if you're hiring. I wish that I were. Okay. Yeah, I think this weekend I'm going to be cleaning. And, oh, that reminds me, I need to put something else on my to-do list. Possibly 10 minutes to lurk. Happy Valentine's Day, Dims. Start AP Stats. Today's our first actual meeting to get into things. Ooh. And good luck, Dims. Enjoy the lurk. Appreciate you being here while you can. Yeah, I like any chocolate, but I think I like dark chocolate and milk chocolate better, but like, I don't dislike white chocolate or anything like that. I'm just like, Proceed not to play it for 2 years. T Sleep Lurk, good night. Thank you for being a patron of the hype for 12 months, for a whole fucking year. I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here is your very quiet, soothing royal salute. Was that soothing enough? I started out being all hype, and then I realized, like, it's sleepy time. If you can, before you go to sleep, T, just whisper me, because I owe you a coat of arms. I don't need a ton of detail, but I just need to remember to send you the information, and then you can look at it at your leisure. Otherwise, sleep well. Thank you so much for hopping in and saying hello. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, and I'll see you later. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad about The Last of Us. My mom bought it for me when it was almost brand new for my birthday, and I still haven't played it on PS3. Excuse you. The PS4 didn't even exist. I just never got around to it because I don't do a lot of console gaming. And then Puck Dad was like, buy it on PS4 so you can play it, because I was gonna play it, but the PS3 does not work with the Elgato capture card for some reason. And Fred has a different capture card system. It didn't work with that either. Basically, we tried to get the PS3 to work and it wouldn't. So Puck Dad was like, get it on PS4, and I did. But I still haven't gotten around to playing it. I want to. And I know I've said this before, but like, I need to not spur of the moment play it. I need to make sure that I have hefty mod coverage, because I just have a feeling that that's going to be a game that people will want to spoil and will be very careless about spoiling, like even if they're not trying to. I just have a weird feeling that they will be careless about the things they say and they'll spoil shit for me. So I will need a very aggressive mod presence. So that's something that I need to know that I'm playing ahead of time and schedule with my lovely mods. Make sure that, you know, it's at a time when everyone's available and whatnot. But I do feel bad that my mom bought me an almost brand new game, because that's not cheap. And then I never played it. Is good at aggressive mod. You are good at every kind of mod, Kit. You are good at every mod. The only thing you're bad at is not setting things on fire. It's like you have a fire quota. Probably top 5 spoiler-prone games you've ever played? Yeah. Like, when I played, I think the other one that was like really, we had a lot of timeouts when I was playing it, was Life is Strange. But luckily I had Meow, and she had played the game, so she was very aware of what was a spoiler. But she had to time people out, like, left and right. And I don't think it was anyone, like, specifically trying to ruin the game, but they were just, like, everyone's so careless about what they say. And I know that it was, like, a lot of work for her. So basically, Rhetorical Meow is the reason that I got to enjoy Life is Strange without any spoilers. It's big thanks to her. Why can't she burn the bad people? I didn't say anything about not burning the bad people, I just said whether there's bad people or not, she's like, things must burn. She's not Trogdor. Do we think those villagers were bad people? Let's talk about the Trogdor universe, shall we? Also, I really liked the Trogdor game. I played it at a surprising amount for how simple it was. Seen The Last of Us played multiple times, so I know what is a spoiler for when that does happen. Fantastic. Would Trogdor burninate good people? I think he's an indiscriminate burninator. Kinda like Kit. What do you guys think? Equal opportunity burninator. Yeah. Guys, I think we just found Trogdor's secret identity. Sorry to out you, Kit. Or shall I say, Trogdor. Burninator, the first one. Trogdor! P.S. We're listening to the Synthwave channel, which is new, on pretzel rocks. It's a good mix of like not too obnoxious, but still like happening. If that's a horrible description. What I mean is, I don't know how else to put it. Like, it's not too sleepy, it's not too quiet, but it's not like... It doesn't draw that much attention to itself. If they had a lo-fi channel, I would be 100% all about that, but this'll do. Also, I decided today is a MeUndies day, so I'm wearing my Star Wars glow-in-the-dark undies, and this is a MeUndies shirt that I'm wearing. It's so comfortable. And then I'm wearing Twitch lounge pants, but they're the gray ones with the purple accents on them. Also very cozy. Next up. Being a mod looks cool, but it's work. Yes, one streamer I know came in and she was yelling at her mod, "You have one job!" I would only ever say that as a joke. I would never, and I would have to be like ultra sure that my mod would know that I was not serious. That sounds terrible. That would be the best secret identity. Aquaman, no one would ever expect it. I mean, for Kit, specifically. As in they weren't doing well? Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, it would be a very specific circumstance in which I would even say that as a joke. Because I know that my mods already feel bad when, like, shit goes down and they weren't there for whatever reason. Or didn't catch something in time, and it's like, that's not their fault. That's not something to get upset at them for. Can set stuff on water. Here's ship today. Nice. Plain black MeUndies gang. Yeah, you're all alone in that today. No OCD to back your booty up. Although, didn't you get gray as well? Hey JP, how you doing, man? I like this blue. It's soothing. The only thing that's a little bad about using markers, I don't know if you can tell, but the page is a little wiggly. Because it's gotten moistened. It's always with you in spirit. Did you see that he suggested I draw a well-dressed oak tree on Project Pencil? I didn't have the heart to tell him that I don't know how to draw trees. Or anything that's not a human female. Which I, kind of barely even know how to draw that. Although I think I was doing well on the one that I was in the middle of. It just took a long time. You know how you wear your underwear? On your head. It's the best place for it. Speaking of which... This is totally how I should wear this. I always have to make sure that, like, that the leg hole is, like, showing, because then otherwise people just think it's a bandana. And I'm like, no, it's underwear. That means we'll have matching heads. Yeah, if I put it like this, people just think it's a hat or a bandana. I'm like, no, it's really not. Oh yeah, you got the spider webs, I forgot. I wanted the spider webs too. One spider webs was BM'd and the skull treasure ones. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, those are good ones. They are both gray, aren't they? I do really like gray as a neutral color though. I'm decked out in literally all gray today. I have a gray shirt, gray pants. I look lounge cute though. Ew. I just thought you said JP, that's gross. You have the spider webs and the skull treasure? Of course you do. There's a superhero TV show in Japan. A guy takes off his underwear, puts on his head, and gets naked in one of those thongs that have suspenders. Oh, I think you know what you mean. But what's his superpower? Like, what does he do when he's dressed that way? It'd be really funny if he dressed like that and then gave people fashion advice. Yeah, you double match with Kit. Let's see, the ones I have, I didn't choose most of the prints that I have. But I get a little spoiled because I'm sponsored by them, so they send me stuff every month. So I have Star Wars, I have hearts that are on my head, I have those Fruit Loop donut-y looking ones, I have snowmans,
Hey, there we go going. Shit.
Not pickled snowmans, pixelated snowmans. And peaches. He mostly does thrusting motions and people are ew. That would be really funny if someone was being rude, like they cut somebody else in line and so he came up and started like thrusting in their direction and they were like, ew, I'll never cut in line again. I would watch that. People with Santa hats and beards. That is a weird thing that I now need to draw. Which I don't know if I can. Can I draw a pickle? Am I capable? Pickle, am I God, I can't talk today. Am I pickle capable? Any sounds that are like similar to one another, I'm just having trouble getting them out today. Pickle. Thrusting in line. No, don't thrust in line. Don't do that. Unless you want people to get out of the line, in which case I guess that's a good tactic, maybe? How you doing, Wormy? I wonder if people would exit the line. I'll try it next time I'm in Starbucks. Why specifically Starbucks? Because I feel like the people there Unless we're in New York, in which case it won't work. I feel like the people there would be, like, hoity-toity enough that they would leave. They would leave. Also, it's a large-ish audience. Also, I don't care if I'm banned from a Starbucks. No, I don't mean thrusting on, just in the general direction of. Don't actually touch the other people. And don't be naked. I do need a big audience for my air thrusting.
Just like intercourse.
Thank you for the host, Ruby. Exceptionally loud song, huh? Well, considering the volume of the ones. Such a lovely, weird place. Yes. I'm gonna skip this one. This band is called Meta-Centric, and I thought it said Meat-Centric. And I was like, I decided to color today because it does not take up a lot of mental energy. I'm just real tired, and also that means I get to talk to you guys more. That was a good one for me. I liked that. This may come back to bite me because I feel like someone will make a similar joke later and be like, why didn't you find that funny? But it's funny to me today, so wee! Ooh, ooh. I almost flung this into my lap. Meat-centric sounds scary and vaguely lewd. I'm just imagining, like, slabs of meat, but only if they're, like, very much not real meat. Thought it sounded like a playful name for being attracted to penis havers. I love it. Also, when I was much younger, I saw a musical called Naked Boys Singing. The title was exactly representative of what you got during the show. And they had a song called I Beat My Meat. But yes, I love Meat-Centric as a playful name for being attracted to penis havers. Now I need one for vagina havers. And then one for other genitals, but definitely for vagina havers, not anything to do with fish. That's like, nothing makes me more angry than equating vaginas and fish. Because first of all, that means that something is medically wrong and you need to go take care of it. And two, because I grew up hearing in media and stuff that vaginas were smelly and gross, I was always self-conscious, and that's not something that you want to be about your own body. And then when I learned that that's not actually true, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yes, you're meat-centric. I love it. I don't like people calling it fishy either, because it's not! First of all, fish smell nasty. Second of all, well, that's not true. I was gonna say I've never smelled a vagina that smelled fishy, but I have. I was in a yoga class once. I have a whole blog post about this. I called it Fish Girl. Which is probably real mean now that I think about it, but I was in a yoga class. I don't know who exactly, but I was worried that it was me because of stupid media saying, like, vaginas are smelly and gross. But I was like, is that me? I was so worried. And then she got up and, like, left temporarily, and I was like, fuck. I tried to sniff my own crotch in the middle of yoga class. You're welcome, JP, you're welcome. But yeah, if you guys have not read that Fish Girl post, it is quite funny, I think. Toot toot! I started doing that. Instead of saying not to toot my own horn, I just toot it. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with diet. It's usually, that you have an infection and you need to stop. You know what? I'll even read that post to you guys. I haven't read it myself in a while. Like years, probably since I wrote it. Also, because I have no shame, I totally, You've never attempted to sniff your own crotch? Wow. What a luxurious life you have. By vagina? Dead Things and Cinnamon? I have some interesting titles. Alright, Fish Girl. I'm gonna read this to you because I feel like it. You're welcome. JP, if you're eating, you may want to not listen. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. Alright. Rabbit room? Oh no, we're doing this now. We're doing this right now. Let me just put the cap on my marker so it doesn't dry out. Alright, so this is titled Fish Girl, posted on March 6th, 2014. I started going to hot yoga with some coworkers of mine. I'm usually quite adverse to physical activity, except for jumping on a trampoline. Or motion capture. I'd do those for days. Tramp for days! That makes me sound like a slut. Moving on. The first time was actually really nice. The instructor was really kind, and he didn't pressure us first-timers to go, 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 go until we pass out and die and flies circle our corpses. The second time was insanely crowded. I'm talking, your breath is on my neck kind of crowded. But our instructor man was leading the class, so we went through with it. I got to sit next to the coolest kid in class. How do I know this stranger was him? He had a Wolverine towel and a Lion King towel. Fucking sweet. P.S. I'm kind of like rediscovering this as I'm reading it, because I don't remember what I said. But yeah, that kid was awesome. I wanted to be his friend. Anyway, unfortunately, my time with the cool kid was cut short when we had to scoot to make room for a latecomer. That's when it happened. Now, before I get into this next part, I must confess it was lady time, so I was keenly aware of my own down there. When this girl sat down between me and Awesome Towels, I smelled fish. It being lady time, I began to panic. In a few minutes, I was going to have to spread them and fling my legs into the air. How did I only now notice the foul stench of vag gone wrong? I was convinced this girl must have displaced the air around my crotch when she sat down. Then she got up to get something, and my fear began to recede along with the fish smell. There were some overachieving masochistic psychos stretching before yoga class. One chick was even doing full-on push-ups. Push-ups! Get the fuck out of here, bitch! This isn't military suck-up class. We're here to relax. And nowadays, I would just be very impressed that she's doing push-ups and be like, alright, get it, girl. Anyway, but I felt personally attacked in this moment in time in 2014. Anyway, so I pretended to be one of the crazies, and I surreptitiously craned my neck into my crotchal region. All my nostrils detected was my own personal period scent that I know, hope/pray, only I can smell. My suspicions were confirmed when she sat down again. Wham! Fish cunt! Wow, okay, Lecta. I just hoped Awesome Towels realized it was her too. For the next hour, I smelled Fish Girl. I praised my yoga mat for being brand new and giving me rubbery relief. After class, I confided to my coworkers about Fish Girl. Apparently, her rank undercarriage wafted their way as well. Two of them individually thought that because they had shrimp in their salads, it was their own breath. No, that's not I had tuna for lunch smell. That's gina fish. Girl needs some cranberry juice and a long soak in some hot water. And a hiatus from places where we're packed in like human-smelling sardines. We don't need to make it a more realistic can of sardines, Fish Girl. Move it along until you clear that shit up. Ta-da! And that is my post. I'm funnier than I think I am.
Well, you know what they say. If it smells like fish, eat as much as you wish. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone. Wowee.
I've never heard that, Ori. Thank you so much for that. You know what? I just realized I read that whole thing with underwear on my head. What a day, friends. What a day. Thank you for the cheer. But yeah, I think I'm funnier when I write. I'm fairly funny. Like, that legit got me to, I laughed at my own I laughed at my own jokes. But I guess that means I write pretty okay. Just realized I've heard a thing Lex hasn't heard. I don't know how I feel about this. Thank you guys for letting me do that. I mean, I guess you don't really have a choice. You just come along on the ride with me. And for that, I'm grateful. Just like, oh, Lecta's going on a weird Lecta tangent again. Let's see what happens. I love that I started calling him Awesome Towels. It was capital A, capital T, Awesome Towels. Wolverine and Lion King! How cool are you? Found a Valentine's Day card with Ethan! Fernando said 2 on it, and on the one hand I feel like I should send it to Lecta. Because I feel like she'd enjoy it, but on the other hand, whoa, he's drawn kind of weirdly there. The design's sort of off. Oh, I see. Oh, the devs retweeted it. Gotcha. Ori! Thank you for being a patron of the Hive for 13 months! I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here is your royal salute! I always feel like my left hand doesn't do as many flippity-doos. Maybe it's because, oof. My wrist just cracked 8 times, and by 8 I mean 3. Oh yeah, that he looks weird. I wouldn't know that was him. It's a good drawing, but I don't think it looks like him. Roses are red, violets are blue, my favorite Godwoken? That would be you. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Goodness grapes. I would be lying if I said I didn't go back to that one clip that Arno took for me in that one scene, which I'm not gonna say because I don't want to spoil things for anyone who hasn't played the game. It's a great game if you like to weep and also get turned on in the same game. But it was, 200 some odd hours of gameplay for a single playthrough for me, so I'm not really that surprised. Anyway, fantastic game. But yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't revisit that every now and again, just be like, good times. Earthbound fans? Get my pee-pee up. Yeah, I don't understand, but, pee-pee is universal. Coloring in these swirlies, coloring takes me a lot longer than I anticipate it's going to. Backwards and side. It looks like he's going like this. Whoosh. It's just extra sassy, it's sassy hands. Psychic power? Gotcha. There's lots of games that have PP. Obviously, they're different abbreviations. But it's usually something points, I think. BRB, gotta take Doggo out for his walk. Okay, enjoy the walk. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I took out my to-do list, and I didn't write down the thing that I needed to write down. Oops. I'm distracted today. Recycle. Plastic bags. You can recycle plastic bags if you go to the grocery store. The grocery store, the closest one to me, is a good, hour round trip, or 50 minutes. So it's like an endeavor. So I usually just keep a bag full of plastic bags that have, holes in them, or got ripped, or whatever, that I can't use for recycling, like putting cans and bottles and shit in. I keep them in their own bag under the sink, and then when the bag gets full, I go and recycle them. So I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And then I'm gonna come home and clean some more, and clean. And then hopefully the cleaning and all of that won't take me too long, so I'll have time to... I really have to listen to those records. I was going to say read for the Babby Book Club because I've not started the fourth book, rather. And it's almost 300 pages long, which, the pages are small, so it's relatively short, but I'm not a particularly fast reader. But I have to listen to those records because if I clean them and play them and they are scratched, the longer I wait, the less chance there is that I can get them replaced. And I'll just have to buy new ones, but that was $100 down the drain. Oh, and they were even on sale, so if I have to replace them now, it's gonna be way more expensive. So yeah, I hope that they don't think I'm lying when I'm like, I just played them for the very first time and they're scratched, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Alright, cool. So now we've got his face. PP stands for pickle pants. What is with today in pickles, huh? Started yours in winter, might get done by spring. Yeah, this is just everyday kind of cleaning. Like, the kitchen is nasty because people who aren't me or Fred have used it. And, like, stuff is dusty now because it's been a week or two. It's just, you know, stuff gets dirty. Let's see, I don't know what color I want to use now. What color do I want to use? We did reds and oranges, did purples, we did blue and green. Maybe yellow and orange. I mean, there's no harm in reusing orange, or red, or pink. No, we did pink. I could do a teal, but I don't want it to be, you know what? I could also do gray. I'm such a huge fan of gray. Or I could do brown. This pack has some really nice browns. Like, I even wouldn't mind the pink. Or maybe one of the reds. Maybe I do want to use a red anyway. I feel like I used it here, though. Like, I don't remember what color that was. If that was the coral? I think that was the coral. But I think I didn't use infrared, which is kind of like a dusky rose color, almost. But I also do like copper. Copper was really pretty. Maybe I'll do gray. Yeah, I'm gonna do gray with copper accents because I've decided that's what I want to do. Impressive color charting. Yeah, I spent like 2 hours doing this the other night. Well, I didn't time myself, so who knows, but I decided that this is what I wanted to do with my time. I don't know why. Because I think I wanted to color, but I didn't want to color. So I'm gonna go with gray. Right? I want the cooler gray. So there's 2 grays. One of them is a little bit on the brown side, which would be the dolphin gray. And the gray. Maybe I want dolphin gray. I think I want dolphin gray. It would look better with the copper, I think. Yes. Swatches make you irrationally happy. I'm glad. You have nail polish swatches in your planner? Nice. I, don't do my nails very often. Possibly because I suck at them. Robot butlers. Hell yeah, dude. If there was like a Roomba but for dusting, like it just flew around and dusted things for you, I would buy that in a fucking heartbeat. Dusting is really my least favorite thing. I'd probably clean more if I didn't have to dust. You used to love doing your nails. So much nail polish, but with my job now it's pointless. Yeah. I used to do it a lot as a kid. I would do one nail every nail a different color. That was fun. This is probably blue as well, but we'll get there when we get there. Can you see what I'm doing if I put this here? Just barely. Well, we won't be in this corner for long. I don't know how much gray. I think I want just whatever the center ring is to be gray. I'll probably switch to crocheting after my break at 1. But this has been a very nice chill morning. And I'm very glad to have all of you hanging out with me. Letting me read to you from my blog posts from 2014. I still can't believe she was doing push-ups. I totally forgot about that. Like, hot yoga was no joke. It wasn't like the type of yoga that I do nowadays in my own home where I just like, it's a lot of stretching and not a lot of like sweating or heavy breathing. I can't believe she was doing push-ups. But like, okay. Go for it, girl. These days you can't make me feel bad about it. Big enough? No. I never heard of that. Oh no, Sins. You still paint your toes? If you stop picking at the nails, stop. And the reason I stopped doing my nails was mainly just time. I was like, I don't have time for that. Especially time to wait for them to dry. Like, that was always my main concern. So they always end up doo-doo. Have to schedule time to go polish for your toes. This is the only important part of the song. I'm afraid to click on that because YouTube is at full volume and it will hurt everybody else if I click on it. But if you post it to Discord, I can look at it later. There we go. I had to put a counterweight on the other side of the coloring book. Because it was unpleasantly stretching my hand like this to hold it. It's your wake-up alarm? Oh no. Stream Rewatch uses that for when people sub? Oh boy. I remember when I used to use random sounds. I've gone through a lot of iterations of alerts. Until I finally decided that I liked having stuff that was that like happened on stream, you know? I am not the best at staying in the lines, because I get a little impatient. So I'm either like too careful and I leave spaces by accident, or I'm sloppy and I just go cha-cha-cha right in there. A bit alert? Oof, that could be a lot. I've never used gel polish. Someone said there was a sausage fest. Just buy a ticket to there, yeah.
I'd like to order 1 ticket to the Sausage Fest, please. I'm very hungry. When I told somebody that I wanted to go to the Sausage Fest, they said I was thirsty. And I said, no, I'm hungry, I need some sausage. I don't need any water or lemonade, I just want some sausage. That's why I'm not ordering a ticket to a lemonade stand, just a sausage. Just a sausage fest.
Ooh, P.S. I finished, the last episode of Homecoming. Oh my god. Obviously, I'm not gonna say anything more than oh my god, but I really, really liked the show, and I can't wait for them to make more episodes so that I can see what happens next. Although it's one of those, if it ended there, I wouldn't, like, it's not super cliffhangery. Like, I want more. I think they easily could do more. But it's not gonna be like, what the fuck, you left so many questions unanswered, if they never make more. And I always appreciate that, where they leave some questions, they leave some stuff. But on the off chance that they don't get to make more, it's okay. Oh no. Oh no, these jokes. I'm starting to hate them. I also started watching Dear White People, which is pretty good. I'm enjoying that. I haven't seen too much of it. It's the first 3 episodes. I decided to watch things in the order of what can I finish sooner. That's how I'm picking. And I'm still in the middle of Fresh Off the Boat. But I haven't been in the mood for like straight up sitcom. And besides, there's a lot of it. Fred started watching it, he's done already. He is finished already, and I'm like, how even? He started it after me, and he was already, like, done with season 2. It's like, how did you even do that? Heard Russian Doll's good? Yeah. I mean, I saw that it had Nichols from Orange is the New Black, and I was like, sold. I love her and her giant hair. Meaning to watch what? Totally legally. Because I have some K-dramas that I definitely am gonna watch 100% legally. For sure. I just need to find out where they are legal. It's surprisingly funny, Ori. Like, yeah, it deals with real topics and whatnot. But, I would check it out. Fred watched the whole thing and really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm only 3 episodes in. In one episode, they got me to laugh and cry in the space of 60 seconds, so, you know, that's one thing. Also, I can't say what without spoilers, but there's a thing that happens in the show and it makes me extremely uncomfortable. It's one of those where, like, even if I was the actor who had to do the thing, I would be like, ooh, I feel real uncomfortable. Yeah, I tried Supergirl. I watched like 2 episodes, 1.5 episodes maybe, and I was just like, ugh. I didn't really find it preachy. I don't remember exactly why. It was just too something. I don't remember exactly. I was not into it. Maybe it was, you know, preachy is not the right word. I think I found it to be, like, too in your face with its wholesome message. Like, it's fine to have a wholesome message. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But, like, stating it over and over and over in plain language, like, I'm like, okay, I get it. Let me infer some things. I'm not an idiot. Like, I don't remember what exactly it was that their message was in the first, like, 2 episodes. But let's pretend it was, love yourself, which is a good thing. You know, I wish that more people did love themselves. But it was like, you have to love yourself if you want to succeed! And they just kept saying stuff like that over and over again. And I'm like, please, let me infer that. That's the kind of thing that you don't want to just spell out every, like, 3 minutes. I really hate the term social justice warrior, because it has so many connotations these days that are negative. But I didn't find it to be that way. It was more just like, it was more just that they treated the viewers like they were stupid and couldn't figure out what the message was on their own. That's how I felt about it. But I didn't feel like it was saying anything about social justice specifically, which is a different thing, in my opinion. I think it's kind of the same reason. No, you know what? I don't remember that show well enough. I'm not going to compare the two. Never mind. Well, Ori, see, exactly what you said is why I dislike the term, Ori. I'm picking on you because, it's like the vocal minority. There are people who, you know, call themselves social justice warriors, but they're like, they take things too far, or they're unwilling to be calm and reasonable. Like, it's fine to be upset about things that are upsetting. It's just like any sort of idea or movement, you always have the vocal minority that's like taking things too far or being unwilling to listen. Because everything should be a discussion. You're not going to get anywhere by just yelling at people. But it's those people who sit there and yell at others that they always become the voice of whatever it is. So in general, I just try to avoid using words that have now come to, or phrases that have negative connotations, whether the person is actually being negative or not. That's me. I'm not suggesting how dare you use these words or phrases. It no longer really describes the things that I am trying to discuss, so I just find other ways to say them. This song has a little too much going on. Let's skip this. And see, that exact thing, JP, is why I dislike the phrase, because that doesn't describe most people who might label themselves that way. But due to the vocal toxic minority, that's what people associate it with now. Which is why I just try to avoid it altogether. Yeah, and see, Ori uses SJW for the extremists. But it shouldn't be that way, right? You know? I don't like the word feminist. A lot of people hear feminist and they're like, ew, gross. But most people, not the extremists, who are feminists, just want everybody to be treated equally. They don't want to be treated better than or differently than, equally. But because of all the people who label themselves that way and are negative or do want to be seen as better, now that's a gross. Now the reaction to the word feminist is like, ew. Ew. Pizza, tea, and chocolate. Damn! That is a pretty good day. The other thing is that everybody has different connotations with different words, whether it's a label for a group of people or just a regular old vocabulary word.
Ecstasy is a street name for the drug methylene deoxymethamphetamine, MDMA, an amphetamine-based synthetic drug with euphoric effect. Stimulant drugs speed up the messages between the brain and the body and can make a person feel more awake, alert, confident, or energetic.
So it's often just more useful to try to describe what you're talking about rather than just using a shorthand. Same thing like remember back when we were talking about what is a role-playing game, and we had like this long discussion of, well, to me a role-playing game is this, to me it's that, which was a fascinating conversation because it was so interesting to hear all the different definitions that people had, some different connotations. And like, it's a great shorthand if you know that the people you're talking to have a similar shorthand or a similar definition to you. But if you're talking in general to a bunch of people who might think differently, then it's much better to just try to describe the thing rather than use the shorthand.
Ecstasy is a street name for the drug methylene deoxymethamphetamine, MDMA, an amphetamine.
Man, I just keep thinking about that role-playing discussion. That was such a good conversation.
Stimulant drugs speed up the messages between the brain and the body and can make a person feel more awake, alert, confident, or energetic.
Yes, exactly. Like there was a discussion in a different Discord, people saying that they really didn't like the word cunt. You all know how I feel about the word cunt. I think it's fabulous and I use it all the time. But a lot of people feel that it's way more taboo, like you don't say that to anybody ever, kind of a thing. Mostly in the US. Other places are like, it's just a curse word like any other curse word. And I definitely think of it that way. But a lot of people were like, well, the way that I see it is it's always been used as a negative towards specifically women, and I'm like, I mean, so is bitch, but you don't have a problem with bitch. But it was just interesting to see how they felt so strongly. I mean, there's plenty of, like, no curse word is positive towards, well, I shouldn't say no or never, but usually if you are calling somebody a curse word as a name, you don't mean it positively, regardless of the gender of the person. So, like, I didn't see it that way, and I had a hard time thinking of it that way. But it was interesting to hear, like, why they disliked the word cunt so much. Whereas me, growing up, bitch was always used... Cunt was never used, period, for anything. Bitch was always the one that was like, female, bad, bitch. So I used to actually really hate the word bitch, and then I realized that was silly. But I was like, yeah, I'm not a bitch, I'm a cunt. That's what I used to say, I would correct people. Like, I didn't mind if they cursed at me or thought negatively of me, I just didn't like this one that's like the typical... But then I was like, no, all curse words are just curse words. It doesn't matter. Right, and those, the feminists, and I put that in quotes because they're not actually feminists, who hate all men, yeah, that's grody, and I wish that they would stop using the word feminist. prefer the term equalist since it's not gender specific. That's a good one. Can I call you a poop snoot? Only if I am the poopiest snoot. I don't want to be mediocre poop snoot. Also, welcome back. Yes, I think, now with so many non-binary people, being like the awareness of non-binary people is much higher. I feel like the term feminist is a little bit outdated, which I never thought of before this moment now, so henceforth I will be using equalist for sure. Oof. I went way over that line there. Well, and I don't feel like there's any reason to not be both, but I feel like one is a little more comprehensive than the other. But I don't feel like they're exclusive. Anyway. Yeah, I agree. Mike, just fail fish to you, sir. Also, hi. But mostly just, I shake my head. Don't know what to reply to. It's okay, Bear. Yeah, we were talking about labels being, we were talking about a couple of different things at once, which is not entirely helpful if you're just coming back. But it started by me saying that I didn't like to use certain terms or phrases that have taken on this sort of negative connotation. And I think it's much more productive to just describe the thing that I'm trying to say, especially because everyone's connotation and everyone's definition of different things, whether it's a term like feminism or like role-playing game, everyone's definition and connotation is going to be a little different. So I would only use the shorthand if I knew the audience that I was talking to, or the people I was talking to, had the same connotations and definition as me. So that's kind of the conversation that we're in right now. Or at least where it started, and we're kind of meandering, which is fine. We are just talking about whatever we're talking about. I just want everyone to be nice to each other. Sounds like a wizard subclass. Makes them all twitchy. Oh, Sins, I love it. Takes the focus off of women's issues, easily directed to being all about men. I don't know about that. I mean, but I haven't really seen anybody use the word, so... But I wouldn't immediately say, well, if we don't make it gender specific, then men are gonna take it over. I would, if just hearing the word equalist, I would assume that it is a group of people who want everybody to be treated equally. Whether they are men, women, non-binary, genderqueer, gender fluid, doesn't matter. You are a human being, and you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. And there are a bunch of different issues that need to be handled for that to happen. But I don't think it needs to be focused on women specifically necessarily. Hey, Ghosty Poo! Happy Valentine's Day! Love you! Hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by. And also, I think that there are some issues that could be labeled men's issues that directly affect everything else. Such as, you know, what culturally we teach boys versus the way that we teach other people, how boys are portrayed in the media. Like, it's all interconnected. So I don't think that things that might be a little bit more focused on menfolk is even a bad thing. Alright, I'm jumping on a bunch of different topics, so I'm just like, la 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 la. Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that, Bear. I get very specific, well, because I very much like the rules, and I like having strict definitions because then it's easier to use words. And it's easier to... Oh no, you're sick, Mike, I'm sorry. It's easier to have a conversation with an exact definition rather than some sort of nebulous blob of a thing. I'm definitely guilty of being a little bit overly strict sometimes about certain things, as I'm sure you know. Hey, Snolly, how you doing? And me, of course. You don't have to call me out. Very cute. Yeah, there are definitely toxic things that everybody has toxic things that they internalize because of how we're taught culturally, what we see in the media, which is a part of culture, you know, because of how relationships with certain people are. And the best thing that we can do is just try to teach everybody to be kind to each other. And to listen. Also, the whole toughen up thing. It's not a particular phrase that I like in general. But I read once this story of she would do a lot of studying with her guy friend, and he would always say to her, man up. He was just trying to be supportive and be like, you know, you can do this kind of a thing. But she was like, you know, I really don't love it when you tell me to man up. And he said, okay. So the next time she was like struggling and being stressed and she's like, I can't do this, he leaned over and whispered to her, fortify. And I always thought that was so awesome. In like a castle, you're fortifying against a siege of stress or whatever is troubling you. And I was like, it sounds medieval, and I always like that sort of shit. So I always use fortify. It just sounds cool, and I like it. Ick, Ori. That sounds like, he's not such a nice dude. Writing out the paper, the word usage needs to be precise. I understand. Yeah, it's a slow process, unfortunately, Bear. But, cultural change and shifting of ideas and acceptance is a slow fucking process. Steel thyself. Another wonderful medieval connotation there. Yeah, sins. They're strong. Pussies are strong as fuck. I agree. I really like this gray. I think that looks pretty good. There are humans pushed out of those things. Yes, exactly. I think I have time to do at least some of this. We'll do some of the copper.
You can fall asleep on sheets of gold and wake up as a pauper. We all get old, we all slow down as the walls they close. We fall, we're drowning.
Language has a lot of stuff that's weird though. Not even necessarily in a negative way, but it's just like, oh, what phrase were we talking about the other day? I can't quite remember. It was, take the lead out. And I think Jin's helped us, and Ori helped us get to the bottom of that one, but like, a lot of phrases are just like old now, so we don't remember where they came from. Like, what does that mean? Get the lead out. But there's a lot of stuff that, like, etymologically, you came from somewhere and we don't remember what that is anymore. Gonna sleep lurk. Alright, Bubble Man. Deep talk. So sleepy, so these deep topics tire you out. Totally understandable. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for hanging out. I will definitely, well, I'm gonna tea myself because I have a whole little owl full of tea here. I also love how we're talking about like semi-serious topics. I mean, not like serious, like no jokes allowed, but just more like, you know, it's very cerebral. And I've got underwear on my head. It's like the perfect, it's the perfect encapsulation of me as a human. Just like, you know, I'm capable of deep thinking, but I also have underwear on my head. You're thinking the same thing? Nice, nice. Right, and I agree with you, that's probably why it exists, because of the association with femininity. But like, how did... Like, it just biologically doesn't make sense. It's like they really didn't think too hard about it. Whoever they is. It's like if they thought for 2 seconds, they'd be like, Oh, you can't see it at all. I like that. It's a little darker on my screen. This looks a little more orangey. It looks more like copper-y. Actually, everything kind of looks a little bit lighter on the camera, but not by much. Just like the colors look true. It looks true to color, but just a shade lighter or dark. Just a couple shades lighter. I have undies on my head. Yeah. Deep talk with me undies on my head day. Totally fine with that. Yeah, that was one back in 2004 at camp. A lot of the boys used to say, "That's so gay," when they meant something was stupid. It just happened to be the boys. I'm not saying all boys do this or anything like that. And some of the girls were like, "We really don't like it when you say that. That's like not cool." So they started saying, "That's so straight." Which was kind of funny. Not really a better alternative, but funny. Thought it was a bandana. See? See, I told you. Everyone always thinks it's just a bit. Why would I wear a bandana that's all floppy and shit? Also, with holes in it. Ooh, sins. I don't want to see... I don't want to ever have that sins anger. Quiet anger is real scary. It's real scary. Some people are just inconsiderate, Wormy. And unfortunately, those people are not helping our culture evolve for the better, but If they don't want to listen, they don't want to listen. We can just hope that they learn later in life when they are willing to listen. Consider as a generous word? I don't think so. I mean, obviously there are some people who are just gonna do it to specifically hurt other people, and I would say that's more than inconsiderate. But people in general who just refuse to see that what they're doing is hurtful and then proceed to change it, that's inconsiderate. As in, they don't have consideration for others. They're more interested in themselves and what they want. I can imagine that, and I'm spooked. That quiet anger. That should have been gray. No, I went over the lines again! No! Dang it. Oh well. Went dark like in an anime with like a flame in the middle. They never call me ma'am, but there was a chorus of yes, ma'am. Oh my. P.S. Does anyone here try to use the word gay meaning happy? I do it all the time. Because it just makes me happy. It's a happy sounding word, you know? I also try to work the word groovy into my vocabulary. I've been trying that for years. It doesn't quite make it. Because I'm such a frickin' susceptible chameleon. So I just repeat whatever's around me. Welcome back, Mona. I don't need help with swooning or dabbing. I could use a swoon refresher course. Why are you looking at my eyes? Do you like my eyes? Oh my gosh, JP, I love that. You do dab at all the swoon parties. I'm surprised you haven't started a trend. P.S. I'm real happy to have my microphone back. Not have to use my webcam mic. Also, it is well past time for me to take a break. I think I'm gonna finish boop, 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 these 4. And then fill in that little gray spot. And I will take a break, and I think I'll switch to crocheting. My hand is getting a little bit cramped. Actually, not that crocheting would really help, because I kind of hold it like a pencil. But it'll also enable me to sit up a little straighter. So I think we'll switch off when I come back. But it is not that day. I would say, Kit, that if people are personally trying to attack you with specific words, then that's a good response. But if people are just using them in general, and you're trying to help them be a better person, then shrugging is not productive. But I think we're talking about separate situations here. I keep going out of the lines. I try so hard. My hands betray me. I suck at comebacks. I don't do comebacks. Because I'll come up with something like a day later. Be like, damn it, I should have said that. Well, it's a 75% play anime sale. But the selection's empty? Head must be tilted slightly back as if you're trying to angle away from a bright light. And you must adopt an expression of pleasured disbelief. Ooh. Don't say that. Pleasured disbelief. Ooh. That's gonna make me swoon for legit. That's totally a weird phrase. For legit. I'm trying to do the face. I can't. It's too funny. Anyway, we did some good coloring today. Most of this was blank space. We did the whole gray of the... Oops! I knew there was something else I wanted to do. That one little spot there. Oops, this is the wrong gray as well. I mean, it could also be somebody who is negative, but if they're not... I don't know. Whatever. You get what I mean, I think. So... Beautiful. You see how the edge of the page is curling up, though? That's curling a lot. But look! Grumps is getting gorgeous. It's a good phrase. Heard of my eyebrows also went up at the ease with which you produced that particular word pairing. Alrighty. Y'all swooning noobs! Oh, called out! We just got called out by the Swoon Master General. Yeah, it's always funny if people are like trying to make you mad. Like, I'm thinking specifically about a person who came in here trying to get me upset because they were being racist. And I just played dumb. I like did not take the bait because they, you know, they were, whether they were actually racist or not, they were just trying to like make me upset. They were all like, ooh, are you whatever, whatever, because I'm, and they were using emotes of people who are black and trying to get me to react in that way, being like, you know, you shouldn't use that emote in that way or whatever reaction, trying to make me upset, and I was just like, oh, because you're a tryhard? Yeah, you are trying pretty hard. Or what else? Oh yeah, that was that person that came in, they were like, I'm gay, and I was like, alright. They got frustrated that I was not taking the bait and they left. Who said that? Get out of my house. It's funny word. Ooh, yes! Mana Swoon demonstration video with a close-up on the facial expression. Absolutely necessary. Okie doke. I'm gonna go on a quick break. And when I come back, we will probably do some crocheting. I'm done with coloring for now, so let me switch this over here. Take coloring out. And we'll do makers and crafting instead. Crocheting! Yay! It's finally a thing! Oh, I love it. Usually they're like, knitting? I'm like, no, not knitting. Oh, you know what? I didn't even label today Day of Sundries. Man. Okay, guys, I will be back in just 2 minutes. I'm just gonna use the bathroom, stretch a little bit, and come back.